In this video, I'm going to talk about a product that I've developed for the front bumper trim cover on 2015 through 2023 Ford F-150s and probably more model years to come in the near future. If you are here looking for the insert installation and removal tutorial, I have a separate video that goes through that in detail. I'll have a link to that video in the description below. I'll also have a link on where to purchase a set of these bumper cover inserts. That link may not be available right when I post this, but I will add that when it's ready. So let's first talk about the problem. Ever since I bought this truck, I've hated these three big square holes in the front bumper trim cover. I'm in a few F-150 Facebook groups, and sounds like the hatred for these bumper trim covers is a common theme. I've always thought that something needs to go here to make the front end look complete. Come to find out, there are a few aftermarket solutions that do just that. However, the aftermarket solutions require a complete bumper cover replacement. It takes time, tools, and skill to install, not to mention the decent looking ones cost upwards of $200 plus the labor cost of a shop to install it if you don't have the tools to do so. So I began to develop a simple alternative solution where the installation process doesn't require any tools or skill. Takes about 10 seconds to install and is much more cost effective than the aftermarket options. I was even able to apply for and receive a provisional patent for the design. So what I developed are these bumper insert sets that are designed to snap into your OEM front bumper trim cover that you already have on your truck. These inserts simply snap into each hole on the bumper trim cover without requiring any tools or skill. You just simply snap them in. So I'll show you how to do that. You can also remove the inserts as well. So why would you want to remove them? You can swap sets out to different designs throughout the year if you want to go for different looks. For example, you can go with this, I'll call it a classic grill look, black grill look, or you can change them out for the color accent look. So these are, I'll call it the color accent line. So it'll have the gray accent color with the black on the top and the bottom. So you can do accent colors in gray like you see here, or white, or silver, blue, red, really anything. You can match the color of your truck with it. So I'll show you what those look like. So that's the accent color. I also have several flag designs that you can install. So here's a gray flag set. You can get them in color too, so you can get them red, white, and blue. I have thin red line, thin blue line. So here's an example of a thin blue line. So this one is for a 21 through 23 model year. So I'll show you what the gray flag looks like. So there's a gray flag. So there are really endless options. You can do anything, like you can do custom designs, whether it's your company logo or any other color or pattern combination. Another reason why you may need to remove them is if you need to replace them due to damage. So for example, if you hit an animal or get into a fender bender that caused damage to the inserts and you need to order a new replacement insert or a whole new set, depending on what you need, you can do that. So installation process does not require any tools, but using a tool to remove them makes removal much easier. So you probably noticed me using this small tool when swapping the insert sets out. You can pick this up with your insert set. or you can use a right angle pick or a small Allen wrench to get behind the inserts so you can pull them out. I would definitely recommend the removal tool as there's no risk of scratching the inserts like a sharp pick would. Again, please watch the installation and removal video for more details on how to do this properly. So the inserts themselves are made of ASA, which is a thermoplastic that is UV, heat, and chemical resistant, so the inserts won't get brittle or fade over time due to sun exposure or chemical exposure like car wash and detergent or salt. So these inserts are designed to allow great airflow through these slots. This is especially important for the EcoBoost and PowerBoost trucks for allowing adequate airflow to the intercooler that's located behind the bumper cover. So this particular truck is a V8, so it doesn't have an intercooler, but if it did, it would be located right in this area. So I know what some of you guys are thinking, why don't you just put a novelty plate there to hide these holes? I'll throw some pictures of them up here so you can see what they look like. I personally do not like the look of them. I don't think they flow well with the overall look of the front end. I wanted something here to look like it belongs there and improves the look of the front end as opposed to the look of a tacky plate. So I'll put some pictures on here with the grill inserts and show you how those look too. Secondly, as I mentioned before, trucks with turbos need ventilation to the intercooler. A big license plate or a novelty plate that's going to sit right in front of here will restrict a lot of the airflow to that intercooler. So unfortunately, there are a lot of states that legally require a front license plate, and most of the time it's located right over these three holes. For those who live in those states, the insert sets may not be a product for you unless you intend to move the location of the front plate to the side, which I would recommend if you have an Eco or Power Boost to maximize the life of the turbos. There are a lot of YouTube videos showing how to relocate the front plate bracket to either side, either over here or over here. So that wraps up the informational video on the Ford F-150 front bumper grill inserts for model years 2015 through 2023. I'll be working on more model years to come, and I can update this video when they are available. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. Thank you.